So you have a fairly large property, and you have your animals, I noticed, kind of segregated.
Yeah.
Because?
Well, you can say.
Well, we got to fence the animals out of our garden. That's the main thing. Any kind of thing that we want to grow, we have to keep them away from. And a good example of that is we have a mulberry tree we planted out there, and you can see them standing on there and just dragging down all the limbs and stuff,
Really, not sheep so much, but goats really
the goats are bad.
Like trees. They like to stand up when they eat, so they destroy anything. But first we thought we were going to have an orchard with chickens in the orchard, but then that's why the chickens are kind of in a separate, strip, because there were fruit trees planted there. But then the few times the goats
had some breakouts,
they got out and they just destroy, they really destroyed the trees. So we have to kind of keep them out of that area at least. And
when they're out, they know they're out, and they know that they're just going to run from us the whole time. Yeah. They know they're getting away with something. There's fresh grass out there and all that.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. So you only have the one donkey, you said?
Yeah.
Because?
He's the protector of the flock.
Yeah.
So he's the guider of the flock. He keeps them together. He keeps the coyotes off of them, supposedly. And so far we've had no problems. And they go, roaming around, and they always come back. And he's usually leading them up here and stuff like that. So
yeah.
So no matter where you go, they're always together, and he's always kind of the center of the focal point there.
Well, because you're so secluded, I'm sure you must have quite a bit of wildlife passing through. What kind of critters have you seen over there?
We've seen whales. We've seen bald eagles, osprey, all kinds of different birds. Seals. There's a whole bunch of seals out there. Deer,
rabbits,
coyotes,
tons of rabbits.
Quite a few coyotes actually, even during the daylight on the road and stuff like that. So we know they're around here. And what else? Snakes and stuff like that. Little things.
Creepy crawlies.
Yeah.
That's right.
The usual.
Yeah. Now, the birds, the big birds, the eagles and osprey and stuff, would they bother your fish? Because you have a fish pond here, too.
Yeah, we do. We've never had any, herons or anything in the little ponds. I don't know if it's because they have so much choice around here.
Okay.
They can go.
Yeah.
And then some people say they don't like to fish together. We did have a heron statue, which fell over, but that supposedly keeps them away, but I don't really know. I mean, I think see them in the ocean standing next to each other, so I don't really know. But maybe just because they have other choice and because we're always
here. There's always stuff going on.
We're always
there's
walking
animals
around outside, and that kind of scares them away. We did have a hawk get one of our chickens and try to get another chicken. That was 2 years ago. And I thought, oh, here we go. This is going to be, they're going to be picking them off every day. But then he didn't ever come back after that. So
had enough?
I guess.
I guess so, yeah. And one chicken lived afterwards. We thought it was dead. It was limp. And,
I caught him I caught it when it was happening. So, and I thought she was gonna die. So I just put her in in a separate cage, and then she was fine.
And what kind of hawk was it? You remember?
It was a goshawk.
A goshawk. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So. And they kind of hunt by coming through the trees. You know what I mean? So you don't see them circling around like you normally would. They come through the trees, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're on a chicken. And so.
Surprise attack.
Yes, exactly. And you can't see them, so you don't know when it's going to happen. And all you hear is a chicken screaming or something, And
you can't babysit the chickens 24 hours. You can't be with them all the time anyway. So
now they're getting old enough to where we don't care quite as much as we used to if a hawk gets them. It's kind of a humane way for us to get rid of them.
So we can get new ones that are better.
So you keep the chickens mainly for the eggs?
Yeah, yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
I think we will eat some though. I think we will kill. They're probably going to be for chicken soup or whatever, but. I think we probably will do that at some point because they just get to the place where they don't lay anymore. They keep eating and
it's counterproductive.
Yeah.
We need to make our transition from pet owner to farmer is what it is. And we haven't really done that. We're kind of in the middle of that right now.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
I don't know if we'll ever really successfully do that.
No, I don't know if we will or not.
That's why it's nice for the sheep because you can use their fleece. At least it makes them, you feel like they're somewhat useful.
So you do shear them and...
Yes, yeah.
And you make the fleece?
Yeah, we take it and wash it and card it and spin it and then knit or whatever, whatever you want to do with it and felt it. But Brian's our shearer. And I'm the one who stands there and freaks out while he's doing it. I make them nervous. Oh, you're going to cut him. Oh, yeah. The whole time.
Have you?
Oh, yeah. I've cut them several times. I mean, it's kind of like I have a suspicion that they always get cut when they get sheared.
I think so, yeah.
Because it's just hard to find exactly the right point to cut at. But usually it's not a bad cut. You know what I mean? No. It's just a tiny little nick or something like that.
Their skin is really loose. And you don't know it's their skin or under their armpits in different places.
Yeah.
Around their chin and stuff like that. Sometimes they have some kind of crazy stuff happening down there. So. But some sheep don't have hair or wool that you cut. They only have it on their body and not their legs or not their head. Those are the good sheep to shear. The other ones have it up on their head and all the way down their legs, and that makes it that much more difficult because you have to hold their leg and clip up the leg and all that. So it makes it a lot longer process, I think. So.
Well, what about these goats, the long-haired goats or the Angora?
Angoras, yeah.
You got to do them like that too?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And they're a bit of a challenge, I hear.
Yes. Much of a challenge, yeah. So they have to be done with scissors, and they don't have like a clearly defined line between their skin and their fur so
They
much.
have a lot of loose skin.
Yes, and so and they have their chin. They have like a double chin and stuff, and I mean all this weird stuff that we'd have to study anatomy for a while on an Angora to find out, just to blindly cut. So usually we have to feel our way through it, and it takes a really long
Plus
time.
their hair makes mohair, like it's a really fine fiber, and it's really, really soft, so it tangles really easy. It gets lots of hay and burrs, and it really mats really, really bad, so it's hard to...
So have you ever tried to work with it?
I have worked with it a little bit, but you have to mix it with wool. You have to mix like 20% wool in with the mohair to make it to make it stronger.
Workable.
I'm not really positive of why you have to do that, but it's considered a hair and not a wool. Like the sheep have wool, and it's considered a hair, so I don't know really why that is, but...
Okay. Well, sounds like this is a lot of work. What do you do for fun?
We do this for fun.
It's not really that much work.
No?
No, people always say that, but it doesn't seem like that so much.
If you enjoy it, though, it's not work.
Yeah.
Well, we enjoy some of it, at least I'd say. But I mean, the rest of it's not even really that hard,
No.
It's just like everybody has stuff they do,
That's
So
right.
It's like it's just what we do, so.
Yeah.
It's very rewarding, I think.
Yeah, it is kind of nice.
So that makes it think, like the garden, it's rewarding to eat something that you raised from a little baby, or you know what I mean? It's rewarding to get a finished product that takes a little bit of time to do.
Right.
Yeah. And even with the animals and stuff, I mean, they're a lot of work as far as that goes, care and all that, but it's just like sometimes it's just nice to get on there and hang out with them, you know what I mean, or just see what they're doing, or it kind of cheers you up or whatever if you're,
And when it's really cold, I found this last year, when it's really, really cold, as soon as you step inside the barn, it's just warmer in there, and it's nice. It's it's so comforting out of the wind, and you hear them all munching in there, and it's just I don't know, makes you want to go to sleep. It's really cozy. It's nice.
But you have a hobby or a pastime that you do. I'm not sure how you'd refer to it, but you do, what is it? You do some pottery?
Pottery, I guess, or ceramics. I don't know what I call it, but yeah, I like to do hand-built stuff and stuff on the wheel, and just whatever pops into my head, I like to try to figure it out, I guess. So.
Maybe we'll take a walk down to the pottery shed and check that out.
Okay.
And what do you do for something extra?
Well, I mean, I like to read and stuff, but I'm starting a business right now. So,
Okay.
And so that's taking a lot of my time right now, my extra time that I have. So.
He likes to harass me in his fun. Right?
Yeah, that's right. So,
Okay.
I'm never really that bored, that's for sure. So even in the wintertime when there's nothing much to do, it's still
I always say I
we
haven't
always
been
have fun.
bored since 1986 or something. It seems like you're not bored when you're when you're in school, I guess, and you have to do certain things. But when you're out there, there's so many things to do. There's a million things you can do and figure out, and so I can't imagine being bored ever.
Right.